Odinga is talking about, he's not talking about state capture. If you speak about state capture to Raila Odinga, he'll run away. Because he was a cheerleader when some of the acts of state capture were being entrenched, especially in the last 4 or 5 years prior to the 22 elections. And I don't need to narrate that to Kenyans. Kenyans know where Raila Odinga was between 2018 and 2022. Kenyans do know the acts of omission and commission that were perpetuated then amidst the protest by some of us. And you know the price that many of us had to pay for standing up for what we believed then was right. The things I said then are the things I'm saying today. I spoke against state capture when the handshake regime was in power. It's the same thing I'm saying today. And I'm not talking about state capture in the purview of just the past handshake regime. I'm talking about state capture since independence in this country. Because if we are looking at our past informing our future, then we must begin asking ourselves, where did we as a country go wrong? When did the Asian tigers overtake us? Because there are certain things that probably they did that we never did. And some of those things, the cases of Malaysia and Singapore that we all love to quote, is because they confronted certain issues around state capture that we never did. And for us, we made state capture a way of life. It became okay, it became normal that I hold a position of power and influence. I can use my position to even influence government policy towards attainment of very selfish private business interests at the expense of the public good. Therefore, if we don't confront that issue today, nothing stops Maringa tomorrow, if he's the president of this country, from perpetuating state capture, and we take it's business as usual. It's our time to eat. That's why you had those who came to power after the Nyayo regime said it was now our time to eat. Not to serve.
So whom do you have as targets? Who are you going for?
I have nobody as a target. And I think that's a notion that I want to take this opportunity to disabuse. My target is state capture as a principle in governance. My target is to have a nation state where people get into positions of leadership to serve other men. That when you are offered that high privilege of serving in public office, you do not use it for self-aggrandizement and to amass wealth to yourself or to your family. That you use that position of power and influence to do what is right and is in the best interest of the masses that entrusted you with that office. We don't serve in public office because we are better than anybody else. I am not member of parliament for Kikuyu today or leader of majority because I am any better than my next door neighbor in Kikuyu. Many other Kenyans in Kikuyu would have served as member of parliament and probably even done better than I do. Many other members of parliament would serve today as leader of majority and probably do better than me. Therefore, I should view the office I hold as a privilege that I have been given by the people, by God, to serve other men and do so faithfully. And you cannot do that if state capture is seen as a way of life. Because we have normalized state capture in this country. We have made it look okay that if you're president, you can do whatever you want. I can decide, well, now I'm a member of parliament, I'm majority leader, why not construct a runway on my farm, small farm in Kikuyu? Then I don't have to be going to Wilson to JK, I can just land on my farm. I mean, why not influence government policy to make sure that my meat business becomes a monopoly in the country and I make all the money I can at the expense of Maringa and someone else who I should be offering that opportunity to also make money. And we compete and we provide better services and better goods for the Kenyan people. That is my